To vote righteously is to say, God, what are you for? What is most important to you, God? Because that is going to determine my vote. No one candidate has ever been the perfect candidate. Jesus Christ is the only perfect leader. So we are voting for imperfect people. But you can look to see, what does that imperfect person stand for? Who is closer to a righteous person and a righteous platform in their ideology and in their philosophy of life and of government? Look to see what God is for. God is for biblical morality and traditional marriage. Biblical morality, traditional marriage. You look at the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments have the things that are the most important for a society. You have no other God but God. You don't make a likeness before God. You don't take God's name in vain. You honor the Sabbath day because it's holy. You honor your father and mother. Those are critical things. You learn respect for authority. Do not commit murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not bear false witness. Well, biblical morality. No adultery. No sexual immorality. No homosexuality. Traditional marriage is the marriage God sanctions. It's one man, one woman for life. That's what God says is right. And the Bible says in the book of Psalms, chapter 11, verse 3, if the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? In our world today, there are those in government and those outside of government, special interest groups, who are trying to destroy the foundations from which this country was established. And if they're destroyed, we lose everything. And so you need to find the candidate who stands up for biblical morality and stands up for traditional marriage. Now listen, in our world today, we also have people who are trying to steal away freedoms. And for me to just say that homosexuality is wrong and we should not have homosexual marriage in America, some people would say, well, boy, that Pastor Jeff, he's a hate speaker. We need to shut him down because he preaches hate. I don't preach hate. I love people who are caught up in homosexuality. I love people who are caught up in adultery and other sins. It doesn't mean you hate the sin, but you can love the person, and you love them enough to tell them the truth so that they can break out of there and be the person that God created them to be. But see, if you take away somebody's freedom to tell people the truth, we're in trouble. If the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do?